Hi, welcome to Sales Management System developed using Visual C#. Okay, let me show you guys how this works. If you select James, and that's what you get a picture of the material that you actually want. Just enter how many of those you want in here, and that is how it works all the way. Right. And the other thing that you can do with this system is you can always add it all up. You get a total, that's how much you get to pay for tax. Get your receipt printed on the receipt screen, and if you want you can even print it out. There we go, right there. So that's your receipts to be printed out. If you want, just close that, then we can reset, okay, and put in more orders. Total, receipts, and print if you want, and we can also exit. The other component we have in this system is we can also use the calculator to find out the price or whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Welcome back to C#. So let's click on create new project. Now that the dialog box is ready, make sure you select C#, select Windows Forms application, and let's give a project name. I'm going to call it CS_sales _management system. There, and click on save. Now that the form is ready, I'm going to redefine the size of this form to 1386 by 800 there, and right here where we have start position, I'm going to get that centered. Select that and make it center. Now up here, let's enter sales management system. So you entered that on the text itself, and that's all there is to it. So the next thing you need to do is go to the tools, and what we need now, we need a couple of maybe seven panels. One here, and let's change the property of these to border style, make that fixed 3D, and just click and copy. Paste one right here and drag this that much just to fill up the width of the form. The same thing will be repeated for the others, so I might as well just copy this, just put it down, bring this one right down right here. That's good. Okay, now this very one, move down up here, bring it down, and just copy it across. I'm going to need two more, and let's copy both. Hold down to your control and just copy. There we go. Now the next thing is, let me cut this into two. I'm going to need one more underneath there. Okay, so the next thing I like to do now is, you see this very one up here and the one I have down here. Let me change the color to control dark. There we go. That's it. That's fine. So the next thing is, let's come to the tools here and grab a button. I'm gonna need couple of those. Let's copy and paste, and let's just speed up the design of this button itself. Right, that's the button taken care of. Now we need to take care of up here. Let's go for a label. Right there we have a label. So on label, I'm going to change that to sales management system. And let's change the color of that very label. I'm going to change the font to control light and increase the size. So let's make that maybe 60. Let's go for 60. Right, move it up. Okay, so the next thing is up here. I'm going to need a label. I want a label there, and this very label, let's change auto size. I'm going to make that false, and the color, back color is going to be control dark. Right there, and very centered. Then the other thing I would need on it is, let's enter something there. We'll just call that women's outfit, and let's change the font of that to control light, increase the size, the font size, 28. Okay, and just drag these along. Right, and copy across, bring that here, and that will be men's outfit. Change that to men's. Right there. Okay, now here let's add RichTextBox here. There we go. Then we need some combo box. Let's grab some combo box right here. Combo box here, and a text box. Yeah, there. Just copy. I think I'm gonna need some more underneath here. Move that down a little bit. Copy this across and change that to kids outfit. Okay, grab the combo and everything in here. Let's copy and paste it here. Then we're just going to redefine the whole interface. Okay, right here we need 3 of these, and we're going to now speed up the whole process. Let's grab a label and paste one right there. Label. Okay, and here we need, let's come right here, we need some buttons here. Bring this down. Let's copy, because we're going to need a calculator there. Copy this along. Grab and copy. Okay, and here we then need a picture box. One picture box coming up right there. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is, let me speed up the design of the whole interface so that it looks more presentable. Then I will get back to you guys. So let's do that now, guys. And this is subtotal. and the last one is going to be total. There. Okay guys, let's speed up the whole design and I'll get back to you shortly. Okay guys, this is how the whole interface looks right now, but nothing is happening here. Nothing. So let's close that. And right in here, let's double click on exit. But before that, let's come in here. We need two more objects. We need print objects. We're going to need print document, and we also need print dialog. Yeah, those two are here now. Let's select print preview dialog. Come to the properties. Inside the properties where we have document, I'm going to select print document 1. So that is fine. So while we're in print, we might as well just take care of the whole printing process. So let's double click on print document here. Double click on that. And right in here, I'm going to enter the following. So let's say e dot graphic right there. So E stands for the system itself. Dot drawstring open, and the name of my rich text box that is called rt receipts.text, whatever I have in there. Okay, comma, new font. And what font do I want to use? Let me use, I'll settle for Arial, comma, and the size of the font, let's go for 11, comma, font. So let's get this method. That would be, let's make it regular there, and come out here, comma. Now I need a brush, so let's say brush, brushes, make it black. I want it to be black. That is fine, comma. Let me go for new point, and the new point in this case is going to be, let's make that 0 by 0, 0, comma, 0, and right here let's enter semicolon there. So that's what I'm going to use for my print, but there's one more thing that I need to do. I need this one to display the dialog. So let's say print preview, this very one. Let's copy the name, double click, and just paste that there. Dot show dialog. There, that is it, done. So the print is taken care of. If I run my system now and click on print, there we go. So the print part of it is taken care of. That's how easy it is to implement print process inside C#. Okay, the next one is, let's take care of this exit. So close that. Let's go straight into exit. Double click on exit. So for the exit, I'm going to first of all declare as follows: dialog result. I'm going to call that iExit. I prefer to use this method because the system will actually prompt you to confirm if you want to exit or not. So in there, in my variable, I'm going to enter a message box. Message box dot show, and that will be confirmed if you want to exit. Right, now that we get that straightened out, let's enter the title of my program, and that is Sales Management System. right. Now, comma. Let's enter one or two visual C# dialog or function right here, build function. That will be message box button dot yes no, comma, another dialog which is B for the icon, dot the icon I would like you to show should be question. Now enter semicolon. Now let's come in here and use if statement to validate the option made. Okay, exit equals dialog result dot yes. If exit equals dialog result dot yes, use a curly braces, then application dot exit. There we go. That's how I encourage my viewers to create their exits, because it will prompt you to confirm if you want to exit or not. Okay, so that's that. Let's run it and see how the exit is going to look like. If we click on exit, yes, there we go. That's what you get. If you say no, you're back into the system. But if you say yes, this is what's going to happen. Good. The first thing I would like to do is to come to my project here. I'm going to have to import the images that I will need for every single item in here. So let's click on the name of the project right here. That's the name of my project. And now we need to go to resources. Let's select where we have string. Let's select images, and right here add resources. The resources that I'm going to add are I have an existing file somewhere, so click on add existing file, and there that opens up this dialog box. I have the file right on top of my screen here, on top of my desktop, so I think it's called sales resources right there, and let's select it all. Click on open. There we go. Okay, those are all the images I intend to use. These images will be stored right in here. If we go to our solution explorer, look at them right in here. Okay, resource folder. Those are the images. Okay, so let's minimize that and just close this. No, just maybe go straight in here and save that anyway. Then we can even save it as well. Alright, so it's all here anyway. That's it. Those are the images. Okay, the next thing I would like to do before I go any further, okay, let's write a function. This function, the whole idea is for this function so that we can use it to reset all of these components. Okay, let's come right here. So right underneath initialize component, I'm going to enter my functions there. So let's enter a comment. I'm just going to call that comment functions. Right, enter another comment so that I know where my functions are. There we go. So let's say private void reset. That's one of my reset text box. That's one of my function name. So I'm going to enter curly braces there, and let's say action less than control dot control collection. Okay, and close that with greater than, let's say function equals none. Right. Now this variable function I've just declared, let's say equals controls equals and greater than curly braces again. So we'll then use a for loop for each control in controls close that there. Now use an if statement to verify what is selected. If control is TextBox, close that. When control as TextBox, and let's say is dot TextBox equals 0. So else make this same control function control, let's press enter, control dot controls and right here we should enter semicolon. Okay, so let's end these control functions here. So right underneath here I'm going to enter control and just get rid of this. There we go. So that is one of the reset functions taken care of. So what will happen is this will convert the text box, whatever is inside the text box, once it's cleared, 0 will be added, because right inside all of the text box I have zeros. Alright, so let's disable. So I'm going to copy all of these functions there, another function, and that's going to be for the text box as well. So this one is just to, let's call that to enable text box, enable and disable text box. Anyway, just paste that right underneath here. Right, and what I would then do is, all I just need to do is change the name around. So this will be enable, and in here, instead of text, I'm going to change the text box. The text method dot text equals enable will be false. That's all. Okay, that is taken care of. I also need to repeat exactly the same thing for my checkbox. So let me copy this and just use that for my checkbox. Come right down here, paste that, and let's change this to checkbox. Right. Okay, let's try to take care of this error. All that is missing here is just one curly braces, and that's it. The error is gone. So this is for the checkbox. So all that is left for us to do now is to call all of these 1, 2, and 3. Let's call them inside the form load. So I'm going to come straight to the form load here, double click on form load, and right there I'm going to enter as follows. The first thing is I would like to clear my receipt dot clear, then followed by enable text box, then reset. reset the text box. I think it's text box, I'll call it. Then finally I have the checkbox, or what did I call it? The last one. Enable checkbox. Right. So let's see if it's right. I'm going to run it and let's see if these functions here, let's see what will happen if I run it. Click on run. There we go, guys. All of these text box are all disabled. Okay, so what I want to achieve now is to use this checkbox to be able to enable the various checkbox. So let's exit out, come right here, let's double click on jeans and jammies, double click on that, and right in there, right inside the jeans and jammies checkbox, I'm going to copy that. Let's use an if statement. If jeans and jammies dot checked, let's enter curly braces there, dot checked. So what I want the system to do will be as follows. I want txt jeans and jammies, I think that's it, dot text equals clear, and jeans and jammies dot text dot enable equals true. Now jeans and jammies txt jeans and jammies dot focus, set focus. Right, that is that done. Now the other thing is, when the system load up, I want the system to show my logo right here, right in here. I want the system to show my logo, and that very logo I want it to be not to be seen. So right inside jeans and jammies right here, I'm going to say picture cell dot images, or image actually, equals properties dot resource, or resources, equals dot jeans and jammies, and that's all there is to it. Right, else I want all of the following. Paste that in there. This will become 0, add 0 to it. This will become false, and I don't need this. And this very one will become dot icon. There we go. That's it. Done. So that's the very first one. You see this very word that is here, I want it when the system load up, that will be form load. I want this to be seen, so I'm going to paste that right in here. I want this to be seen right on the system. So if let's save first and run. Look at that, guys. You see that? So when I click on this, there we go. You see that? And uncheck there. Click and click there. If I click on these ones, nothing is happening because there's no lines of codes there. All right, that's what I've just written here. Check that out. Now I'm going to copy all of this. Control C, copy. Let's go to the next one. Coat and jacket. Paste that in there, and I will now copy these very lines of code here and use it to replace all of these. Copy the same thing here. And here. The same thing here. And here. But because this one is jacket, so we need to change this dot. I think that is it right there. I think it's just jacket. If I run it, let's see what's gonna happen there. Yeah, that's it, jacket. You see that, guys? So all we just then need to do is just to enter data in there. Okay, we want 5 jeans and jammies and 5 jacket. So what I'm going to now do is to speed up the whole process of the checkbox, and I'll get back to you guys very soon. Okay, I've finished up with the rest of the code for each checkbox. Okay, that's how it all looks like now. It's all the same lines of code. The only difference is just the different names of the checkbox, of each checkbox. Alright, let's go straight back here now, and I think we should run it and see. Now you see that, guys, they are all disabled. So if I click on this, check that out, I can now enter how many amount of item a month. Okay, see that, guys, and that's it. And each of these selected items, you can see the picture right there. Okay, there. But one other thing I'd like to achieve is to be able to click on reset and everything get reset. So let's exit out and just take care of that very one. Let's double click on reset right here, and this very reset I'm going to call the following. So first thing first, let me call the reset itself and clear that. Dot clear. Right, that's the reset taken care of. The next thing I'd like to call is one of the functions that is going to be TextBox. Okay, call that very function, and let me call reset as well. Reset, that's one of the other functions that I've created. Okay, with just those 3, let's see what's going to happen if I run the program. I think there should be one more. Yeah, I need to call that off TextBox. Yeah, because when I click on this and enter value in here, and let's see, click on reset, and these ones, they ought to be unchecked. Right, so that needs to be unchecked. This is fine, and this is fine. Let's see again. Yes, alright, that's fine, but I need to be able to uncheck that. So let's come right here to my function. Let's see, is there anyone for enable checkbox equals false? Do I have that in there? Enable checkbox. Let's double click on reset and enable checkbox equals false. Yeah, I don't think I have that, so let's run it now. Let's see. for all of these items. Okay, these are not working, but this, you see that, guys. But enable equals false. Let's see. No, that should have been checkbox. Enable checkbox. Let's see, my enable checkbox was there. Enable checkbox equals false. Oh, that's a text box. It's not a checkbox. This should have been enable text box. Right. Okay. Undo that. I think I have that name already. Yeah, I do. So this should be, let's change this to checkbox checked. I copied this, I did not change the data around. Alright, this should have been checkbox. Let's just call it checkbox checked. Checkbox checked. Right. And in here we need this to be checkbox. All of this should be checkbox, and this checkbox as well. Right. Why enable in this case will become false. Right. So this is the new name. This is the one I need to call. So let's go straight into the reset. I think the reset is way down here. Yeah. Paste that. And let's run it and see if that's it's going to work anyway. Debug. I think that's the error somewhere here. Double click on that. Let's see where might the error be. Somewhere here. Okay. That'll be on the form load. There we go. On the form load, change that. Right. So let's try it again and see what's going to happen. On the form load, that disables all of that, which I don't want. So on the form load, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's delete that. I will run it. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, enter value there. And let's click on reset. Okay, so I need to get it right. Okay, let's go back into the code. I think it's meant to be TextBox dot checked equals false. Now let's try it again. Let's see. There we go. And let's try out my reset button. Reset. There we go. That's working how I want now. I'm going to exit and let's go in here and take care of the, when I have the total, we have the total, the receipt, and we also need to take care of the calculator. So we have to be very, very fast and swift with what we're working on. Okay, let me double click on the total, but in case of the total, I'm going to have to declare some variables right up here. So right here, let me declare the following. I said double. I'm going to call that jeans let's say that is equals to £25. Right, so that is one down. Okay, that's meant to be right here. Let's move this here. You have to be careful. Move this up. Alright, that's my first declaration there. Now the second one, let me go for double again. Double, let's say coats jacket equals, let's say £23. So I have about 20 of those, so let's speed that up. Right here guys, those are all my variables declared. I've also declared 3 extra one here for tax, subtotal and total. Then the tax rate, maybe I should increase this to about, let's go for 32. And I also have an array here. Okay, for the array I'm going to be adding all of these onto the array. Good. So the next thing is, let's go straight into total itself. Okay, right inside the total, let's say item, because that's the name of my array. Item square bracket 0 equals, let me go for the jeans, multiply that by, let's say convert dot to double, that would be txt jeans dot text, and enter a comma there. Now the next one is going to be items 1 equals, that's coat jacket, multiply that by, say convert dot to double, and that will be txt coat jacket dot text, and let's speed that up there. So that takes care of all of the arrays. So all of the item on each text box is then multiplied by the variable and stored into all of these arrays. So the next thing I want to do is, I'm now going to, let's say array number 17 to store all of these values. So let's come in here and say array 17, item number 17 equals, so let's say item, that will be item 0 plus item 1. I just want to make it look a bit neater, that's why I'm doing that, plus item number 2. Because I have 16 here, so just make it 4 plus item 3, array number 3 plus number 4, and there. Repeat the same thing for the next one until we finish it all. So let's come in here, paste that, and paste another one here, and another one. So this one will be 18, and this is 19 and 20 here. So this will be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then the next one will be 10. Let's come here, that will be 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so this will be 15 then. 15, 16. Okay, we only have 16 here, so let's get rid of this one. Yeah. Okay, let's go for item 21. In the case of item 21, so 21 will become 7, item number 17 plus 18 plus 19 and plus 20. And get rid of this, we don't need that. Alright, so let's go for item 22, array number 22. That's where we'll work out our tax. Equals. So let's come right down here. That will become 21. We multiply item 21 by the tax that is declared up there, tax rate, and then divide by 100. So let's put them in a bracket anyway. Right, that's in a bracket, so that will give us the tax rate. Enter semicolon there. Okay, right down here, let's go for txt tax dot text equals string dot format and let's say 0 and C, and I would convert it to, I should convert it to pound sign for me. Come right here, comma, and that will be item 21, 22 actually, item 22. Close that. Right, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the subtotal. So let me just speed that up anyway. Right, that is it for subtotal and total taken care of. So let's run it and see how that looks like. Okay, let's try it out. So I'm going to select those and just let's enter something here. And come here, enter whatever in here as well. Okay, click on total. There, it's working as we expected. So all that is left for me now is to take care of the reset and the calculator. In the case of the receipt, I'm just going to speed that up and I'll show you guys the codes on the receipt itself. So let's exit and come right down here, double click on the receipt. Now the first thing I will do on the receipt itself is, let's say rt receipts.clear whatever item we have in there first. Now the name of the industry or the sales industry or shop, whatever it's called. So receipt.append. Now I'm going to enter. Let me enter as follows. So I'm going to make that tab and let's say plus, and let's enter Ewu in Edo State, Nigeria. Ewu ESA Sales Management System. Sales Management System. And let's say plus backslash n there. That will give me a new line. So let me speed that up and I'll get back to you guys. And right there, that is how the lines of codes for the receipt looks like. Okay, let me just write and we'll see how that looks like itself. Alright, so let's select an item and one of these as well. Click on total. Let's see receipt. There we go, guys. And we can also print that out. Print. Yeah. Let's see how that works. There we go. Even the print works. Alright. Exit. So all that is left for us now is to take care of the calculator itself. Then we can call it the end of this program. So first thing first, I'm going to go right up here. We need to declare some variables right here. So let's start by declaring as follows. So the first variable for this calculator is going to be double, and let's say results with, let's say results equals 0, and followed by string operation equals nothing there, and that. So that's my declaration for my calculator. Now let's go into the calculator. So what I would then do is I'm going to select all of these, all the number buttons, select it all, and select this as well. Let's go straight onto the properties. Right inside the properties right here, select events and click events. So I'm just going to call that maybe button click, button underscore click there, and press enter. Right in there I would enter as follows, and right here, guys, those are the lines of code for the numbers. Okay, so let's try that out and see how that will work, or how that works. So we click on the numbers. There we go. See that, guys? Alright, so the number is working. Now let's take care of the operators. Here are the operators that I intend to use. They're all selected. Let's come into the properties and event. Inside the event, it's going to be arithmetic underscore operators. Press enter, and in there, those are the lines of codes for the operators. Right. Now let's try the operators out, because I also have, let's say 8 plus, there we go, that is my btn show operator right there. I have one there called btn show operator. Let me show it to you guys just in case, so that you don't make any mistake. Let's go back in the code. Oh, LBL show ops, LBL show operator I called it. See, if I come right down here, LBL, there we go, LBL show operator, that is it right there. Okay, that's just to show you. If I say 5 plus whatever, LBL show operator will show you the type of operator I'm using, and this is called TXT display. Okay, all right, let's continue. Now the next thing I'd like to do is, since I've taken care of the numbers and the decimal place, all I need to then do is to double click on the equals. So once the equal button is clicked, LBL show operator is cleared. Okay, and first number is added to the second number. So let's see that. Right, it's waiting for it. Okay, there we go. Now 7 multiply, that is it right there, 7 multiplied by 5. Once I click on equals, there we go, that is gone. Alright, so we now need to take care of the 4 buttons here: backspace, clear, plus and minus, and the pi itself. Okay, let's come into the backspace first. Double click on the backspace, and right here enter as follows for the backspace. Okay, the next one is to take care of, let's take care of the plus minus, and inside the plus minus we enter as follows for the plus minus. Now I'm going to copy, let's copy this for the clear. Now double click on the clear and there, and let's say LBL show operator dot text equals clear. There we go. Now the other one that is left is this very one, the pi. Paste that in there. Pi is supposed to be, I think, 3 point something. So for the pi, that would be 3.141. Let's say 59265, yeah, and so on. So let's just leave it like that. That's the pi. Okay, so if I run this program now, this is how it's going to look like. So when we click on pi, that's it, that's the pi right there. We can see multiply by 2, and there we go, clear. 7 plus 9 equals that. So that is working as expected. Okay, so it seems all of the lines of codes are working. So let me just show you guys this other one, the print, before we call it the end of the program. Okay, right here you must import these 2 objects: print document, print preview dialog, and you enter a code just in here. That's one single line of code. There we go, for the print document. And for the print button, all you need to do is to call this print preview, and that's it. Print preview does show dialog. That's all there is to it for the print itself. But remember, you must include the name of the receipt there. So that's the print receipt. Here are the lines of code for receipt, just to remind you guys again. Now let's come into the total. Lines of code for total starts from here and take it all the way down here, there, right here, and exit. Here we have exit. Then in the case of the reset, I actually declared some functions that I used to take care of the reset, and here they are. As function number 1 to reset the text box, and function number 2 to enable or to disable the text box, function number 3, and that's to clear the checkbox. And those 3 functions are then called on the form, okay, with my picture image. So these functions are also called inside the reset button. There we go. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. So you all have a nice day now, and bye for now. Total reset. Bye for now, guys.